I'm finally making time to clean up this mess. All I gotta do is run the hose around more evenly, get rid of some of the rocks there. I'm bypassing the wetlands filter over there because that vinyl has some rips in it and I have to replant everything. I'll do that once I'm done with physical therapy for the herniated discs in my back. That was an unexpected ouch. So on this side, the water has a lot of bubbles because of that water falling down and also that oxygenator from that pump over there. But then when you go to this side, there are bubbles for different reasons. And when you breathe in, you probably have an idea of why those bubbles are there. It smells like sex. Not human sex, but fish sex. And I imagine that this means there are going to be a lot more baby fishes coming soon. That's probably why that dude is depressed all the time, because he realizes he's going to get less attention now that there are all these other new fish that are going to come out. He's always sad. He just sits there in the bottom of the water. Look at the Eeyore fish. He's so sad all the time, man. Look, you can see on this side of the pond, there are 2 fish that were not born after last June. Just based on the size of them. Like, that one's starting to get big, but him and maybe that one. Like, yeah, you and definitely you were not born before after last June. The rest of these fish over here, this entire side of the pond right now, all fish that are less than a year old. Which then makes me wonder, where am I going to put the rest of them? So I have this filter over here with 10,000 gallon per hour pump. It's an Ultima 220,000. By 10,000 gallon per hour pump, I mean 200 gallon per hour pumps with a T-valve. And then I have this 9,500 gallon per hour pump over here going to an Ultima 6,000. So that's almost 20,000 gallons per hour of water turnover in a 9,000 gallon pond. However, there's still a minimum amount of gallons you're supposed to have per fish. I'm pretty sure it's something around 200 to 250, and that's assuming ideal conditions, which I don't think I'm at quite yet, but we're close to it. Before the summer, I may just get another one of these oxygenators. That's 80 liters per minute. 80 liters a minute right there. Now, you may think there's no movement in this part of the water, but you'd be dead wrong. There's 2 5,200 gallon per hour pumps down there, pulling water and bringing it over there. Every time I come down here, they're not having sex. But they have to be having sex for it to smell like that. And for there to be this much stuff. Did you know that a female fish lays 100,000 eggs at once? That's 99,999 more eggs than the human female. That's a lot of fertilizing to do. One of the things I've been thinking of doing for fun is putting a net along the bottom of the pond, but it has to be a net that's very fine so that the fish eggs can fall through it and the sperm can fall through it, but the big fish can't get under there. Because if the big fish get under there, they'll eat the eggs and they'll also eat the babies. So if the babies have a little bit of time to grow before the big fish can mess with them, then a lot of them will live that would have otherwise been eaten. Which means thousands upon thousands more fish. But then the problem with that is I have to turn the entire backyard into a fish pond, which I'm thinking about doing. I'm not kidding. Look at all this space that is not pond. It's just dying grass, but it could be pond. Or a lake. It doesn't really have to be a pond anymore. I think if I make this entire thing into a fish pond, at that point it would be a lake. I would have more water than Lake Travis if I did that. It's fucked up if it wasn't true. I don't want to backwash my filter right now because I don't want to throw any fish eggs out. Wham, 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 wham. The school of baby fish. Alright, I'm gonna go back inside, do my physical therapy, read my YouTube comments. All of your problems, all your health problems I'm sure I'm gonna probably be solved if I read my YouTube comments from all the doctors. Carnivore diet, eat zinc, put zinc on my balls and it'll cure my cancer. Reading YouTube comments on health shit it fucks me up. That makes me weak. That shit's hysterical. Rub garlic on your nutsack or something and your multiple sclerosis will go away. My favorite was this one comment where somebody was talking about their parent that had multiple sclerosis in the video that got a wheelchair replaced with a wheelchair lock. Like, oh, did you tell her that if she just ate carnivore diet that it would fix everything? It's like, just like, gargle my balls. Okay, see you at the next one. Bye now. Okay, a little bit more. Fishy. It's hard to stop the record button when you have so many colorful fishies. Don't the eggs and the sperm look like little stars? For me, this looks like the constellation. It looks like I'm looking up at the stars at night. Like, each one of the little eggs and sperm looks like its own little star and constellation. Look at it. That's the Milky Way. No pun intended. Get it? Milky? Okay, I'll show myself out.